Okay, we are back at Knott's Berry Farm on the last week of the peanut celebration. I'm here to kind of use the rest of this because I've got 5 tastings left. Woo! It's going to be a filling day today. And also I want to show some updates, and at the end I just want to give my opinion what I thought about this year's peanut celebration. So let's see what kind of trouble we can get into at Knott's Berry Farm during the peanut celebration of 2024. Okay, today we've got the Lucy Van Pelt mac and cheese waffle cone with pulled pork, and as you can see here, you can see the pulled pork and the barbecue sauce with the green onions. I forgot to tell them no green onions, but there is mac and cheese inside. I was like thinking I got done dirty like Crash Zero did, but mac and cheese is in there. So we're gonna go ahead and try it, see what it tastes like, and let's go from there. So it's nice and warm. The pulled pork, they just cooked it. I had to wait about 10 minutes. So let's see what we got. That pulled pork's delicious. Nice, tender, moist. Barbecue sauce goes on there really nice. Let's see if I can get a bite with mac and cheese in there. As you can see here, there's the mac and cheese. This isn't bad. Don't really taste the waffle cone too much. It's really not bad. I mean, you don't really taste the waffle cone. The barbecue sauce is overpowering, but the pulled pork is delicious. Mac and cheese, I can probably do without, but it blends pretty well with it. I'm gonna give this a 4 Qs out of 5. It's just how odd it is, and like the waffle cone, I don't really get a taste out of it, any type of flavor. I was kind of hoping to get that, but you know what? It is part of your tasting card. You know, if there was more time with the peanut celebration, I'd probably get it again because, you know, it's small, it's convenient. You can practically eat it without any utensils, but I'm gonna have to stick some utensils down in there. But yeah, I think this is a pretty solid 4 out of 5 Qs. All right, guys, on to the next one. Well, it looks like the log ride is going under some repairs here. So that's good. At least, hopefully they'll be ready by Boysenberry Festival. Okay, so the Lucy Van Pelt mac and cheese waffle cone was pretty good. But here's the thing, I wish they would layer it. So what they did was you have the waffle cone, then you had the mac and cheese filled all the way to the top, and then it was topped with pulled pork with the barbecue sauce. I mean, that's fine, but I wish they would mix everything, like the mac and cheese and the pulled pork, mix it within the waffle cone, and then, you know, you don't really fill up the bottom. That way you can at least taste the waffle cone. I think that would have been a better way to do it, but that's just my opinion. I like to, you know, taste the different flavors mixed in instead of like layer by layer. But Yeah, that's just me, but it's still a solid 4 Qs out of 5. Okay guys, for the next item up for bid, this is Linus's mac and cheese bites over French fries with spicy aioli. So you can get this on strictly on a stick. If you want to pay for it, it runs about $13 for it, or if you have one of these special tasting cards, it costs like, the tasting card was like 45 bucks, but you know, so we're gonna see what this tastes like. So I'm gonna go ahead and bite into one of the bites here and see what it tastes like without the sauce. Boy, that's a really cheesy bite. But as you saw there, you can see the mac and cheese right there. Not too bad. What I like is the fries. I don't know if you can see that. It's like really seasoned. Yeah, they had a heavy hand on the seasoning. Actually, that tastes pretty good. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and dip into the aioli sauce. There. I'm telling you, that mac and cheese just overpowers everything. Let me get a big glob. See, I can double dip because I'm by myself. Anyway, I got a big glob of the aioli sauce. It's not too bad. It cuts into that mac and cheese, but I mean, you've got to get a lot of aioli sauce to cut through that, but that mac and cheese is still overpowering. I'm gonna give this a 3 Qs out of 5. It's not my favorite, and it's not something that I would normally go for, but in all honesty, I'm trying to use this all up, and I'm trying to go for the smallest portions of food. I know it doesn't make sense. You spend $45 for a card, and I'm gonna go for the smallest portions, but I mean, this is $13, so that's nothing to, you know, write home to mom about. You know, that's kind of stuff you want to keep a secret, that you're, you know, spending that amount of money. I'm just saying. But this isn't bad. I mean, if you like their fries, I'm not a big fan of their shoestring fries, but you know, I wish I could have traded in for some onion rings. Maybe that would have been worthwhile, but this is just okay, and that's why I'm just giving it a 3 Qs out of 5. I almost put up 4. Am I crazy? All right, guys, on to the next one. And the crowd levels are kind of mild. They do have like a busload of kids here, so makes it interesting. All right, and the Coasters is down for refurbishment, so it should be ready by the time Boysenberry Festival comes, because they've got a French toast burger that I really want to try, so they should be open by then. Okay, for our next item up for bid, this is Marcie's Alfredo Pinwheel. Let's see if I can get a better shot of it here. There we go. Oh, it smells good. It also comes with the Alfredo sauce. You can either have it on it or on the side. I chose to get it on the side so I can kind of control how much sauce, but in reality, how much sauce is too much? Good question, huh? All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and open the lid from the sauce so I have access to it. This is at the Prop Shop Pizzeria. This is also on the tasting card, or it's $15. I think it's also on the meal plan too. So we're gonna go ahead and pour some Alfredo sauce on here. Alright, and the lid doubles as a coaster, which is good. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and poke the bear here. That's what it looks like. It looks like it probably has some tomato in it or bell pepper, but looks like it got the mac and cheese in there. See what it tastes like. Wow, that's really good. I think this is the best thing I've had today. Oh wow. Definitely the red stuff's bell pepper. This is excellent. This gets a 5 Qs out of 5. This, I don't know, I haven't had everything yet. Well, I probably won't have it yet because it's probably going to be my last day here at the Peanuts celebration. But I think Marcie's Pinwheel is probably the best food to get. It is really good, especially with the Alfredo sauce. The bell pepper throws in a little extra like to it. It is good. I highly recommend this. Yeah, you know, fork drop. Anyway guys, on to the next one. Well, I'll have to say, Marcie's Pinwheel was delicious. Filling too. So I practically stuffed my face for the past 2 hours just to kind of use up these. So I think I'm gonna walk around a little bit and work off some of that food. Take a look around and get some B-roll. So let's go. What can I say? I love hearing and reading about the different rumors about Montezooma's revenge. You know, it's like the foundation had problems, the loop was removed improperly, which that one I can kind of believe because someone was saying that the loop was bolted together and the company that removed it cut it. And there is a picture of a piece of that loop in a museum in Texas. So. And then the biggest one that's got everybody talking about it is it's not appearing on the app. Okay, there's an explanation for that if you want to hear it. What it could be, it's not on the app because if you're in a lawsuit, you can't touch anything here. You have to leave it the way it is, the way whatever company that came in that was working on it, you have to leave it the way they left it, okay? Now the reason you probably leave it off the app is because if you put it on the app, then that's gonna lead you to believe that it's coming back. We still don't know what's going on. So by leaving it off the app, you're also giving the other party like no information on whether the ride is coming back or not. Hey, it's Jaguar. So when you do that, you kind of leave the other party in the dark, which is smart. But is that what actually is really going on? I don't know. It's just fun speculating. But, you know, we can all have fun, but you never know. But I think that's why to leave it off the app because you don't want the other party to know, oh, hey, we put it on the app because, you know, it's going to come back. No, because I don't even think Knott knows, you know, if this lawsuit gets dragged out, pretty soon you have to replace everything on it because you got track that's open, exposed to the weather and everything. So rust is going to get in there, so there becomes safety issues. So basically what you're going to have to do is rebuild the whole track. That's just my thoughts and opinions on that. Well, it looks like it's official. I would actually have to ride the stagecoach to confirm it, but it looks like all the remnants of the Ferris wheel are gone. So here's a point here where the roof right here for the Peppermint Patty's candy shop. It's all gone, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The walls are still up for the Grizzly Creek Lodge, but according to the menu for the Boysenberry Festival, this will be opening up to serve some food. like one of the breakfast items with the boysenberry hollandaise and English muffins. All right, I don't know if you guys could see this with the Camp Snoopy store still behind the walls here, but if you notice right up here, they took down the clock. The clock is no longer up there. So it's kind of a shame because it's very decorative and stuff, but you probably wouldn't be able to see it with my camera or anything, but you could see all the little holes that they covered up and then painted over. So no more clock, but I don't know what they're gonna put up there in place of it, or if they're just gonna leave it like that. All right, here we go at Pigpen's Pigpen, and we're gonna go see the little piggies and what else they have here. Probably, hopefully Pigpen, but maybe not. We'll see. And this is where Pigpen usually resides, so he's probably on break right now from taking care of everybody around him, taking photos and everything. So, it's too bad I missed him. And right next to the Ghost Town Toy Junction, here at Town Hall, you have Franklen, a special meet and greet where they have the history of when Franklen came about in the Peanuts comics, and you could actually meet Franklen. Well, this is usually where Franklin's at, but he's not here right now. Oh no! And, you know, Ghostrider is closed today. And today being Thursday the 22nd. Yeah, today's Thursday the 22nd. And Ghostrider's closed. They're probably doing some type of refurbishment to get it prepared for the Boysenberry Festival. So that's normal. They've done that before. Okay, guys. Let me give you what I think about this year's Peanut celebration here at Knott's Berry Farm for the year of 2024. You know, this is like my second visit, and the first visit was fine, but I mean, it's just, I think it's just the theming of, it's just nothing but mac and cheese, and you know, I like mac and cheese, but to a point. So when you put it in everything, it's kind of like, you know, you can tolerate one or two items, and then that's about it. So I think the theming was appropriate, but they weren't getting a good response from, you know, some of the patrons here. And, you know, I'm kind of like, oh, mac and cheese on everything. Come on, guys, you know. Have a little bit more variety and stuff, you know. But then again, you got the Boysenberry Festival, which everything has boysenberry in it. But, I mean, they did it where you have a variety of stuff. But this one was just mac and cheese, mac and cheese, mac and cheese. So some of the highlights, the food that I tried, I think the pancakes were really good. I got a version that hardly had any mac and cheese, but the pancakes were just delicious. Even with the mac and cheese in it, you could hardly taste it. But you know, there's variations on it. Some people got a lot of mac and cheese in there, and some people didn't. So it just depends. I think the pulled pork cone was really good, but I preferred everything to be mixed. You know, mix the pulled pork with the barbecue sauce with the mac and cheese. That would have had a different flavor and probably be a little bit more palatable. But you know, it was still good. It was okay. The Pinwheel, oh my goodness, that was excellent. I mean, if I would have gotten that first, that might have been the only things that I got was the Pinwheel. You know, I really don't like mac and cheese in my hamburger. That's why I really didn't go for the Snoopy mac and cheese burger. You know, there's just certain things that I have my limits on, and I wanted to try as much as I could, but the mac and cheese bites, no. It just tasted way too cheesy, and it was just, Yeah, and then all those fries. I mean, my goodness, thousands and thousands of fries covering in the basket, and that's like a $13 meal. I mean, if they had different fries, maybe they did like a crinkle fry or something, that would be more acceptable, but their shoestring fries, sometimes they're a hit and miss. I mean, thankfully the lady was like heavy-handed with the seasoning, because I mean, it tasted good, but then you're like with all the salt. But it was still good. The inclusion of a tasting card. Now, I like this, but the only problem is they didn't have enough food offerings. You have 10 offerings that you can get on the tasting card, but like only 4 of them are exclusive. So it's kind of like, why buy a tasting card when they got stuff on my meal plan that I can use, and I can try, you know, like the pancakes, the Pinwheel. You can use that with your meal plan. I think they made a mistake there. They probably should not have a tasting card at the peanut celebration unless they're going to offer more variety of food. Because I mean, like Miner's mac and cheese, that was closed. The tater tots, they weren't offering anything. And also, you know, Sutter's Pizza, they weren't offering anything either, which in previous years they did. They offered stuff, so you had more choices on where to go to get your food for the peanut celebration. So, and then, you know, having Coasters closed, and then you had the Grizzly Creek Lodge closed. I mean, you had a lot of places closed or not running with the special food, that missed opportunities were there. Now, sometimes you have to take the good with the bad. You know, Grizzly Creek Lodge is getting refurbished, opening up for the Boysenberry Festival. And then same with Coasters, they're going to open up for the Boysenberry Festival. So that's going to be open. Plus, they could have gotten more variety if they opened Gold Mine Lane. I'm just saying, you know, there was more opportunities, and that would put into play the tasting card a little bit better than, you know, you go to your usual spots, like, you know, you're going to Prop Shop with this, or you're going to Sutter's with this, you know, the bakery. You know, it just wasn't planned out well. You know, I understand, you know, money's tight. You know, Cedar Fair is merging with Six Flags, so that could be an issue there, where there just wasn't much in a budget to where they can have the peanut celebration open all the time and, you know, service the kids and the parents. And, you know, I'm hoping that next year that it's going to be a little bit better. They're going to have a little bit more imagination, you know, with it. I mean, the peanut butter and jelly with the chocolate covered bacon burger was, oh my goodness. I mean, it was great, but, you know, it was a little weird at the same time. So, you know, but it shows the imagination instead of just having mac and cheese. Mac and cheese, and you know, I would think if it wasn't for the fact that my friend Crash, you know, doesn't have a car right now, he would have been here more often. But then again, mac and cheese. I'm just gonna pound that in there about mac and cheese. But you know, so now they know it probably wasn't gonna be a hit, but that's okay. See, Knott's is smart. They tried something in a small scale to see if it works, and yeah, I don't think it was working too well, because, you know, I'm watching what people are ordering. They're just ordering the usual fare, you know, like pizzas and hamburgers, chicken fingers. They're not really going for the mac and cheese. So, but those are my thoughts as far as the peanut celebration goes. You know, I mean, I think this year was a miss. It was a miss, and you know, you're gonna have those. So I'm expecting next year to be better, because Knott's learns from its mistakes. So, but Boysenberry Festival is coming up in a couple of weeks. I'm sad that the mudslide, any version of the mudslide, is not going to be available at the Boysenberry Festival. I think that's a mistake. That would sell a lot of tasting cards, to be honest. You know, that mudslide was the bomb diggity diggity, oh, it's knocking me on my ass type drink. Yes, those are good. Okay, well, those are my thoughts on the peanut celebration. Those of you that went, what are your thoughts? Just leave in a comment down below and tell me what you thought of the peanut celebration. I think it was a miss this year. I like last year's a little bit better, and they could have utilized this a little bit better, but I hope they learn with the Boysenberry Festival to have a card like this, because it shows you all the items that you can use for the card and the locations, so you don't have to fumble with your phone. That's just my 2 cents, that this is a good idea to show all that on it. That way you're not like, what can I get on this card, and you have to constantly ask. It is on your card already on what you can get. I think that's a smart thing on Knott's, to try it out, to see if anybody's actually looking. And that's the thing, you actually have to look to see what's there, and if you're not looking and trying to find stuff, then God help you. So, but yeah, those are my 2 cents. Okay, also to note, when I pass by Spurs Chop House, they're painting in there, so they're doing some work. So I don't know if they're preparing it for the Boysenberry Festival, which I think they are, or if something else is going to go in there. But we'll keep you apprised and keep you informed about it. All right, that about does it for us today. I had quite a bit of food that I could barely stuff into my belly because I got full like really quick. That pinwheel took me out like really bad, but you know what? That was probably the best item I had today. So, peanut celebration, this is the last weekend. It ends on the 25th of February of 2024. So today I believe is the 22nd of February. So you guys have a few more days to catch some of the entertainment and the food. If you like mac and cheese, I'm all mac and cheesed out, guys. So, all right, guys, thank you very much for watching. Until the next time, I take you to another wicked place. Good night, guys. I kind of wish that they would mix all 3 layers and then get that done.
I know you.
You do? From where?